Rick, you guys keep fighting back, being in these close games, but coming up just short, especially with the injury hand you guys have been dealt. How do you keep feeling after games like this where the fight is there, but the result hasn't been a win but once?
Very good. I mean, this is all you can ask for. We were down double digits again in the fourth quarter and fought back to tie it. And, we're right there again. And so this journey is difficult, but important. And so we've all got to keep our eye on the ball, keep fighting, and keep giving ourselves chances.
Isaiah really filled up the stat sheet tonight. What did you see that he was doing better than either has earlier this season or better than, maybe he did even earlier in this particular game?
Yeah, I mean, he's at the beginning stages of return to play. This is 6 or 7 games. And so it makes sense that he's getting his legs under him. He's getting his rhythm. He's getting stronger, recognizing situations better and better. And so, and he's one of our fighters, so it's heartening to see him continuing to trend in a great direction.
Do you know more about Johnny or Quentin at this time?
They're out. I mean, they went out of the game, ankle and hamstring. So we'll see. I don't know when they'll do MRIs or anything like that, but, we'll let you know whenever we can.
Have you seen Aaron and Jarace grow into the roles they've had? I mean, I think you talked a little bit a couple of days ago about Aaron having to take on a lot more of a load scoring-wise. Even when he's not shooting, he's doing a lot more attacking. How have you seen both of those guys have to change roles and find how to get their offense?
Well, they've had to figure things out on the fly. A lot of moving parts here. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl all of a sudden is playing during crunch time tonight. He was ready, did a good job. But we have a lot of guys that are now playing unusual positions. And so there's adjustments that are happening there, but everybody's spirit is good about it. And, we just got to keep working at it. But both Aaron and Jarace are doing a good job, and they're both growing through this.
How far has Aaron just come on the drive? I mean, I know that's something you guys started working with him at the beginning. It's not something he was super confident in a couple of years ago. Just how much progress have you seen him in being able to drive the ball and to get his own shot?
Yeah, I'm not so sure this isn't something that he's always been able to do, but because of how our team has been structured, with more ball handlers, playmakers, and him playing off the ball more, it just hasn't been a featured thing. But he's striking a good balance right now with the outside shot, the drives, and the occasional important mid-range shot too.
So obviously this matchup was one of many reasons, but one of the reasons why you got past Pascal is you got a guy that can have an answer for Giannis. What impressed you across the board about what he was able to do tonight and sort of really match him shot for shot?
Yeah, I mean, how many times do you hear me say Pascal's a great player? Giannis is a great player, and it's two of the best at their position, really going toe-to-toe. And so, if we had the ball in our hands on the last possession, it might have gone the other way. Pascal may have been the one to hit the fadeaway shot, but Giannis hit an incredibly difficult shot that he makes look pretty easy, and he did it over a double team. Isaiah Jackson was there, and he was going to contest it. So, a great shot, a disappointing result, but the level of fight is something that you can't argue with.
Rick, I know you touched on Isaiah Jackson, but what did you like from your other centers tonight? Just the energy and activity that Jay Huff and Tony Bradley provided you all.
Yeah, I thought both of them, all three of them, were effective, and Huff had a really good run in the first half. Second half, because of circumstances, he was playing the 4 position with Tony, which is, probably not. It happened a little bit during, I think, maybe the Minnesota game because of our injury situation, but they did a good job. Those guys know who they are. They know their strengths, and Tony's been with us a while, so he has a better understanding of how we play. But Jay is getting it more and more every day.
Isaiah, how do you walk away from games like this that you guys have had feeling where you show a ton of fight, it's close late, but you keep just barely coming up short in a bunch of these?
I feel like with the team we have, it's always going to be tough, but I feel like you can learn from games like this. I think in the first half, we didn't put in very much fight. We sort of picked it up in the second half, and as a team, I think as a collective, we just got to come together and just figure that out.
Couple injuries every roster's used to, but is there a point where even you as a player like, this is ridiculous, 2 more guys got hurt during this game? How do you feel about these at this point?
Injuries happen. It's a part of the game. I think now is just next man up. I think that's been our mentality for the last couple of years now. We just got to just keep playing hard and just keep staying together.
For you, strong statistical night, keeping the fouls down. Where do you feel the most progress from even the start of the season till now as you're both recovering and playing an important role?
I'm still on my recovery. Sort of to get back to play. And I think my win, me just doing conditioning, extra conditioning and stuff, I think that helps me a lot with just the way I play and staying out of foul trouble, it's been, I think I played 27 minutes or 29 minutes tonight. Yeah, so, 2 years ago, I would have been subbed out, but, it's getting there. It's getting better, so.
Just since you mentioned that, how far do you think you've just come in a couple games? You were even a couple games ago struggling to get through a full game like that. How much better do you think you've just improved in that?
I think I improved a lot. Just staying poised, just looking at the game a little differently. Coming back to play it's always tough because, I haven't played, physical basketball in a year. So, the team knew, and, I knew that it was going to take me a while to actually get in my rhythm and stuff, and it's starting to get there. I feel confident in my game, the work I put in, and the team has full confidence in me too. So,
what was it like going up toe-to-toe against Miles for most of this game? You've obviously battled him a lot. What was that like?
It was fun. That was my vet for the last 5 years. He sort of mentored me. I looked up to him for guidance and stuff, and I feel like in practice we competed, and I feel like it was. To me, it was like a practice game for me. My mindset, just going against him, it's always fun. It's always fun.
Just what were you proud of within the matchup in terms of you made some shots over him. You were obviously able to sort of body him up and whatnot. I think he went from the first quarter until the fourth without a bucket. Just what stood out to you about what you did well against him on both sides?
I think I defended him real well. He hit a couple shots in the first quarter. Then I think nothing else after that. I just tried to run him as much as I could, and unfortunately we lost, but I think we still stuck with it and played well too. So.
I saw you guys embrace a little bit at the end of the game. What did you guys just say to each other, I guess?
Yeah, that's like I said, it's sort of like a big brother to me. So I just gave him love. He gave me some love back, and keep it pushing.
You were part of the double team on Giannis when he hits that shot.
Yeah.
One, it looked like you guys defended it pretty well. Just how tough of a shot is that to take? And just
he's an all-star. He's one of the best in the league. So shots like that is gonna happen. Like I said, we just gotta watch film and just learn from this game. I think we fought to the end. Just tough shot.
Isaiah, you talked about fighting till the end, and this team has done that for years now.
Yeah.
Where do you think that resolve comes from, even when you don't have your typical guys out there?
I think just, being together. I think our togetherness, off the court, we chill with each other, and I think we just a well-knitted team. We're all together. So when guys are out, other guys, the guys that's out, they help mentor the guys that's in playing and stuff. And I feel like we're a family. So it's like if somebody make a mistake, nobody takes it to heart. So it's easy to learn and move on. We've been doing that for years. So.
Isaiah, were you surprised, disappointed with the boost for Miles, or?
That's a good question. I feel like Miles, gave this organization 10 years, of his career, and it's unfortunate, but I think we live and we learn, and yeah.
Pascal, I've asked you a variation of this before this season because you guys have had a lot of similar games. But how do you end up feeling after games like this where you guys show a ton of fight with a limited group but still just come up a little short at the end?
Yeah, it's hard. I think you want to feel good about the effort, but like the result wasn't there. So it's tough. It's hard time for us as a team, and we just gotta keep going. Like there's no. I mean, I think naturally in your mind, there's a lot of negative thoughts, and it's hard to be positive, but we have to, and I commend the group, the guys that I mean I haven't even played, and they got in the game. You know, they made impacts. Like it's encouraging, and we just got to keep fighting. Not look at the results, not look at the record, and just attack it game by game. And you know, as bad as it's getting, you know, I just know that there's gonna be you know the other side of it, and we're gonna come out of it. And I'm just like wired that way, and I'm positive in that manner. And for me, I'm just gonna you know just continue to work, and scratch and crawl, and we're gonna find a way.
When it's as tough as hard as you're describing, how much does that change how it feels when another teammate, in this case two, go down with an injury in the middle of the game?
Yeah. I didn't even know until I was like after it. I was like, damn, yeah, it's almost laughable, you know. It's not funny, but it's just a tough situation, and it just shows like how life is, you know. Like I said before, we were at the top of the world, almost at the top of the world, not quite there, but we had an excellent postseason, and then we come into the season and guys get injured, like things that are out of our nature, and it's like out of our control. Like how are we gonna react? Like there's no. We can either go and cry about it, and you know, and I'm sure people don't feel sorry for us. Like I'm sure people are happy that we're going through it, but it's just like it's life. So we just got to move on and continue to find ways to be positive and get wins. Like I think if we were coming in every single day and we were getting, you know, we were losing by 20 every single game, like I'll be like, oh man, like we're really in trouble. But to see that we continue to fight, and we have guys coming in that haven't really been in this position, and they're fighting and they're doing everything that they can, and we in these games and we're fighting. It's just, to me, shows me that there's something there, and we just gotta keep weathering the storm, and hopefully, you know, we get some sunshine coming up soon.
Probably the best game of Isaiah Jackson's season. What did you see from him today?
Yeah, I love this energy, and like I said earlier, it's like, I mean, we forget that he's coming from a major injury, you know. So it takes time, and I just love this energy. I love the way he played. Like he's a dog, and I just love seeing that come out, like when he's out there on the floor, and just being a beast. We're gonna continue to work on that, you know, like me finding him in the pain, and especially when we're getting double teamed. But he's a real force out there, and I think when he plays free and he's just himself and dominant, like he'll be a problem.
How have you seen Aaron grow into the role he's got? I mean, you know, so much of what he's done over the last couple of years has been about three-point shooting. He's had to do so much more off the bounce, and he goes for 17 tonight on night when he only is 2 of 9 from three. Just how have you seen him grow?
Yeah, it's we all have different roles now. You know, we got to adapt. And I'm sure maybe if we had everyone back, he probably is not asked to do a lot, like half of the things that he's asked to do right now. But I think he's doing well. He's continuing to just play within what we asked him to do, and he's doing it well. He has to grow, and he's continuing to grow. And for me, I just want him to just be aggressive, be himself, no matter what. And I probably got to find ways to get him easier shots, and make the game a little easier for him. But I think he's doing way more than what he's accustomed to, and I think he's doing it well.
Not to over-individualize, but what was it like just to have the back and forth that you have tonight with Giannis? And obviously he's a guy that you've had to go up against a lot of times, where you feel like you've grown in terms of playing against him, and certainly he gets the game winner, but what was it just like the back and forth?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's competition. Like I'm never gonna back down. Like I love
the back and forth and just continue to, fight. And he knows, it's all, competitive spirit, and he has it and I have it. And, it's a tough shot, you kind of just take that and move on. Like that was a great game, and we fought hard, and he got a last laugh this time, and hoping that we're gonna get the last laugh next time.
I was just going to ask you about the shot. I mean, he's double teamed, spins out of a double team and hits that. Is that when you look at it and just say, there's just nothing you could have done?
That's a good shot. Good shot.
Pascal, you talked about the resolve of this group, and obviously you're the leader of this group. So where does your resolve, resiliency come from, and how do you not drive yourself crazy when you care about it so much?
That's a good question. Therapy is kidding. Not therapy, but I think it's a tough situation, and for me, I have to continue to grow. As a leader, as a player, I've been put in so many different situations in my career that I embrace like the hard things. Like I always joke with my agent, it's like nothing has ever been easy for me, like ever. So I just always know that there's gonna be hurdles and there's gonna be things that I have to jump over to get to where I need to get to, and I literally just accept it, and I just know that it's part of my life, and find ways to cope with it, and in this situation, it's just trying to find ways to be as positive as I can, encourage. There's gonna be times where I'm gonna yell out there, and go crazy, but just reel it back in, talk to my teammates, try to be positive, and I think for me personally, like, I feel like I haven't had a game where I felt like after it I was like, man, like that was a really good game, like just personally, like, so there's so much more I have to get better on, and it can't just be about my teammates. It's gotta come from me. Like I gotta be better. I gotta look myself in the mirror, and be the best version of myself, which I feel like I haven't been. Like I just want that perfection, and I'm looking for it, and it's only game 7, right? So. Keep working at it.
Pascal, yep. Ça va?
Oh, ça va.
Vendredi, il y avait Mogay avec Atlanta qui est venu. Il m'a dit que tu étais une inspiration pour lui. À quel point tu es fier d'inspirer ceux qui commencent le basket tard et qui ont une carrière qui veulent avoir une carrière comme la tienne?
Ouais, non, ça fait plaisir. À la fin, tu penses pas vraiment au moment comme ça. Je me dis pas vraiment qu'il y a des gens là-bas qui pensent, qui me regardent comme inspiration. Donc, d'entendre ça fait plaisir. Et oui, je le vois parfois, on parle et tout ça. Et à la fin, c'est ça. On vient de loin, et d'être ici et de faire ce que je fais, et d'avoir des jeunes qui arrivent après moi, et d'avoir la chance de peut-être faire plus que moi, tu vois. C'est un peu ça. Et moi, je vais toujours encourager la jeunesse, encourager tout le monde de continuer, travailler dur. Et comme tu l'as dit, ils peuvent juste regarder mon parcours et voir que ouais, si je l'ai fait, ça veut dire que tout le monde peut le faire. Parce qu'à la fin, je n'étais pas quelqu'un qui était destiné à le faire. Donc, mais oui, il est très, très bon jeune prospect, et je pense que le ciel, c'est la limite. Donc, il doit continuer. Et comme je l'ai dit, il sait qu'il peut toujours me parler n'importe quand. Et moi, je suis toujours là pour donner tout des conseils et tout ce que je peux. Mais bon, à la fin, ça fait plaisir d'entendre ça.
You don't really put into perspective until the game's over. I mean, it's tough situation we're in, but I mean, nobody's going to feel sorry for ourselves. So we just got to keep doing whatever we can to just start racking up some wins.
Rick's been proud of the fight, but again, at 1-6, do you feel that way right now? Like, yes, we're playing well, it's just not happening yet. How does it feel in this moment?
I mean, you could make all the excuses in the book. We're hurt, playing with different people, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're all hoopers. We're all in the NBA. We're all talented. We all know what we're doing out there. So I feel like we're coming together, and I feel like it will come together, and we'll start figuring out and get some more wins.
Do you think you're getting better at playing on the fly? I mean, I guess at this point, when you've had 2 guys leave games how many times in the course of a season? I mean, do you feel like you get used to it now, that, all right, you just have to figure that out as it goes?
Yeah, facts. You just see somebody new checking in, and then you just got to roll with it. Like, this is my first time playing with Jeremiah since high school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just figuring out coverages, figuring out different tendencies and, you know, just trying to figure out ways to get stops and impact winning.
Where did that resolve come from with this group? No matter who's out there to still fight. I know this last shot is the last shot, but you guys are down double digits and scrap too. Obviously, get into a tie game.
I feel like it's our past. Everything we've been through, we done seen crazy comebacks, been a part of crazy comebacks. Obviously, some of the starters from last year were a part of that, but just seeing it, and then just going out there and just trying to repeat it. Just the effort and the attention to detail that they put in during the comebacks, and just phenomenal shots that they were able to hit. So we just take that, remember it, and then we're in those positions, just try to apply it and be ready for anything.
How far do you think
Jeremiah, he's back there. So.
How far do you think you and Aaron have both come in terms of your ability to create your own shots? It's something that didn't have to do a ton the last couple of years. It's been a lot of catch and shoot stuff that both of you have had to do a lot off the dribble. I know that's something you worked on with P a lot. How far do you feel like you've progressed in terms of being able
I
to
feel
do
like we
that?
both come a long way. We're both still learning, both still growing, but obviously, you know, we both put in a lot of work this summer. So just being able to apply that in different scenarios and just continue to stay downhill, stay in attack, but also be able to make plays, like you said, and get our teammates involved.
Sort of lineups and just being able to, you know, be able to do what we want out there with kind of what the game brings us.
What do you make of a game like this where you guys are fighting in it the whole time, supremely injured, but losing a heartbreaker like that? It's a tough result, but the fight's there. How do you walk away from a game like that?
For sure, you know, we can definitely walk away from this game with our heads high, knowing that, you know, we put our best foot forward. You know, you learn from those mistakes and little miscues, but, you know, it's the beauty of the NBA is you get to come back tomorrow and learn from those and get better and just keep building every single day.
Apologies for being asked already, but how have the guys, I guess, instilled some confidence in you, obviously coming to a new situation and just trying to get acclimated, but also being relied on in key moments?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just communication. You know, obviously I'm coming in, not haven't had one practice with them, haven't had anything with them. So just the biggest thing is communication. Just I'm coming up to them, let me know what you're trying to do so I can know what I need to be doing out there to, you know, have the best flow out there for our team. I don't want to come in there and muck anything up and just kind of I just want to be the best version of myself for them.
The little alley-oop you caught for the layup, that example of just like, hey, it's still basketball at the end of the day type of thing? Or?
Yeah, for sure. You know, through a pass that he was able to trust me with. So I think those little things go a long way, especially in these circumstances. You know, just getting here and we kind of just keep building that chemistry and just kind of that communication so we can keep being the best version of ourselves.